Hi everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting together a floral arrangement in this vase. So if you'd like to see how it turns out, stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put some of these pebbles into this vase. I'm going to do that because I don't want any floral foam to show, and I think it'll actually look very decorative to have the pebbles in there to hold the stems in place. So let's get going on that.
This part was very noisy, so I'm speeding through it. As you can see, my kitty was helping me.
So I have a variety of florals set out here on my counter. A couple are actually from Christmas time, these silvery eucalyptus and these sparkly fern-like florals, greenery. And then I have these eucalyptus stems I got from Walmart. These Christmas ones were clearance on from Pier 1. And then some delphiniums that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to create a mix of them. I thought the sparkly ones would look nice with the delphiniums. I may stick in a couple other flowers as well, but I thought I would use these to get started. Now I'm not sure, I may have to do this a little bit sideways to you so that you can see, but I'm not sure if I'm going to leave these the length they are. They're pretty tall. I'm thinking I may cut them down so they're about this tall. So I'm going to go ahead and get my clippers and I'll be right back.
Okay, so the first thing I did was cut off some of the stems on the eucalyptus. I did hold them up against the container to see how high I wanted them to be before I cut them, and then I placed them in somewhat of a fan arrangement. Next, I put in the silver eucalyptus, and it did not need to be trimmed. It was a good height. I then started to put in the delphiniums, and I did put them in ahead of the feathery greens. But once I got them in there, I realized I wanted to put the feathery greens behind them. So you'll see that when I turn this around, I brought the delphiniums forward somewhat. And I snipped those off in the same way I did the eucalyptus, keeping the center one taller and the outer ones a little shorter. And here I am now putting in the feathery stems. They were short enough, I didn't need to trim them off, but some of them were missing a few pieces, so I wanted to make sure I had the fullest versions of them as I was putting them into the arrangement. Then I decided I needed to add a little bit of color into the bottom part of the arrangement, and I wanted some flowers spilling over the edge. And then just to brighten it up and tie it in with some of the other arrangements, I had a couple more white roses left over. I did need to snip those down a bit, and I put them into the front.
Okay, so here's my finished arrangement. Putting the pebbles in the bottom worked really well. I didn't use all of them. This I think is about 2 bags worth from Dollar Tree, and I didn't use probably about half a bag's worth. But it held them very nicely, and then you can still see some of the stems in there, but it's not as big of a mishmash as it would be if I didn't have anything in there at all. So I'm happy with how that worked out. And then as I showed you, I did put 3 of the eucalyptus stems in here. I left one fairly tall, and then I made 2 a little bit shorter to create kind of a triangular fan shape pattern. Then I stuck in the silver eucalyptus branches, and then in front of that I put in 3 of these feathery sparkly ones. And then I put in 3 of the delphiniums. And I like to work in prime numbers, so 1, 2, 3s, and I think it makes a very nice arrangement on your eyes. I'm very new to this. I'm not trained in floral arranging, but I think working in groups of 3s, 1s, 2s, and 3s works well. And I try to place them sort of in a triangular shape or a fan shape all around. And then at the very base, I wanted a little bit of color to brighten it up. So I had one of these amaranthus stems from Dollar Tree, and I just put it in the pot and I bent the branches so they'd hang down a little bit more. And then at the base, I tucked a couple of white roses because I thought it needed a little bit more brightness in it. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And you'll have to come back for my home tour to see where I ended up putting it. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. I really appreciate your watching. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And in the comments down below, let me know which part of this is your favorite. And again, if you're new to my channel, I do post several videos a week on how to creatively manage and decorate your home. So I hope you'll consider subscribing by clicking on that subscribe button in the description box or icon in the corner of this video. That's it for now. I look forward to seeing all of you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.